Good morning, YouTubers. This is Sunny Days, and it is May 24th at 0742 hours in the morning. For those of you who use 24-hour format in your time. Anyhow, today we're going to talk about scammers. And I have dealt with scammers from, I think it was probably either 2001 or 2003, and they all come up with the same thing. Usually, you find your scammers on, websites like single sites and stuff like that. There'll be these Russian women, Ukrainian women, some woman from another country that is really hot, and they start off with uh, just small talk, casual, and then eventually they get into, man, I really love you, and how great you are, and how they want to be with you and be your wife and all this and that. And then the next thing after that, if they feel that you feed into that, then the next thing that you know, they start trying to figure out, how am I going to ask this guy for money? So they'll be like making up scenarios like, oh, this happened or that happened, and I won't be able to contact you anymore because my phone's going to get disconnected because I lost my job, or something, something financial happens. um, the funniest one I've ever had was I had this lady that said that she was from Russia, and she mentioned he, who knows, it could be a naked fat guy behind a computer, with his wiener in his hand. But anyhow, so back to the story. So she comes up with a catastrophe. Okay, so she says, um, my mom was on a bus and she got in an accident. Or the bus got in an accident. And her mom had a heart attack. And then her mom went to the hospital. And then the doctor supposedly said he wouldn't work on her unless she had like 50K. And, well, little did she know that I had been studying Russia and Ukraine for quite some time and was actually learning the language and all of that stuff. The alphabet, freaking writing their letters and all that stuff. So, um, Russia. I'm not anti-American, but I think Russia is very interesting, and Ukraine has a interesting past as well. But anyhow, this lady persisted, and she's like, "Yeah, I need 50K, so my mom can have her heart surgery." Well, little did she know, like, I was studying Russia and whatnot, and they have free healthcare. So that 50K was like, it was a huge red flag from the beginning, anyways. Because anytime anybody over the internet asks you for any type of financial assistance, definitely a scam. You pay them once, you'll never hear from them ever again. That's just the way it works. And they have a list of people that they do this to all day long, and they make pretty good money at it. But anyhow, so I told the girl, this is the funniest scam story ever. I played along with it, and I told the girl, I was like, man, that is horrible. That happened to your mom, and let me see what I can do about it. And so I came up with a solution. I was like, you know what? I want to go to Russia. I want to visit, and I said I'll bring the cash with me, and then excuse me, and then he, whatever it was, pretended to panic or did panic, and I said, nah, don't bring that money with you because if people know, because I said I was going to bring it in a briefcase, and they said that if they said that if people knew that I had that money, that they would pummel me. That's their words, pummel. I've never used the word pummel in my whole life, but anyhow, so I told her, I was like, well, I don't think that's going to happen because I know martial arts and, I know boxing. And I lift weights, so I stay strong. I'm always ready for the moment. And she goes, yeah, but there might be more of them. I go, yeah, I understand. I go, I fought 3 people at one time and still came out of it and won. And I said, you know what? I'll just bring a gun with me. And then she kept panicking, and she, whatever it was, kept panicking and coming up with more excuses on why I should not come there and bring the money in person. And so then, sorry, my neighbors got me distracted. But anyways, so then they proceeded, and they wanted me to send the money Western Union. I said no. I go, I want to visit anyways. I want to visit Russia, so I want to bring the money in person, and I want to hand it to your mom in person and tell her how much I care about her, and I want her to get her heart situations handled. And that person was like trying to back out of it and back out of it and back out of it, trying to get me to go Western Union, send it electronically, and not come to Russia and all this and that. It was pretty funny, man. I played along with this for a little while, and then they finally realized that I was not going to send it electronically, and that I was going to come there in person. And then they quit emailing me. Just immediately stopped. It was like, stopped. So most of these other people, later on down the road, I get it every day on Facebook. Every single day. Someone will message me on Facebook, and it's going to be, it's always the pretty girl with the ginormous breasts and whatnot. Only a couple pictures. You can sort these scammers out by looking at their profile, and then they won't have anything on their profile that says anything about them, where they live, or anything. And some of these messages will come through at just the ungodliest times in the morning, like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock. Like, they're totally on a different time zone. Obviously, that's the first thing you should check: is what time did they message you, and why are they awake at that time? Also, broken English. It's another thing that they do that gives them away. But play along with it. Waste their time, because the more time you can waste of theirs, the less time that they are scamming other people. Because they think they're going to get you. But little do they know, I got a lot of experience with this, and they ain't ever getting me. I've never given a scammer money, ever. But, so then I'll get this girl, and she's calling me handsome and all this and that before she even knows what I look like. And then when they ask me for my picture, I send them a picture of someone else. Because they're fishing for information. They ask me questions about, like personal, where do you live at and all this and that. And I'll just give them the nearest town. And then I'll ask them where they live at. And they'll be like, they'll look it up on Google Maps or something. I don't know what they do. I think they do that. But they give me the name of the nearest town to me. And then so they're like, oh, yeah. They don't even have any clue, like, how far away those towns are from each other. But so they'll start talking, and they'll say that they live with their aunt, their uncle, their mom, their grandma. They never have their own place. And then they'll talk about a meetup, you know, trying to arrange a meetup with you. But then they turn around and try to get you for money, and they'll say, like, well, yeah, I'd really like to see you and all that, but I don't have enough gas money to visit you. And I'm like, okay. So what I do is I play along with it. I'm like, all right, well, I think that maybe you should visit me when you have enough money saved for gas. And they don't like that answer. They want you to offer the money. And then another scam that they pull is that they have a kid, and they can't visit you unless that kid has some sort of entertainment. And they usually ask you for a gamer card. And then I just tell them, you know what? Maybe you should get that money from his dad or one of your relatives. Maybe somebody that you live with can help you out with the money. And I just always put it on their family and friends. They should be able to, come up with the money somehow. Like, I even tell them, maybe you can sell something. And then we can meet up later on. But I never offer them anything. I just play along with it and waste their time. And it's like a big freaking game to me. These scammers they're constantly, every day, trying to figure out how they can get money out of me. And they're not going to win, ever. This is almost entertainment to me. But anyhow, so that's usually the stories of, like, they're all the scams are the same. They all have a little bit different story, but they all turn out to be the same. Like, they're always looking for iTunes cards, whatever they call a gamer card, gas money. They want money up front, like for gas, for like through Cash App or one of the electronic payment systems that you can do from peer to peer. And what I just do now is, when one of them people on Messenger message me, and they're never anywhere near where I live at, you can never meet them. They make it impossible for you to meet them. And because I just tell them, I'll give you the money, and you let me come to you. Give me your address. I'll come to you, and you won't need gas money. And then they'll be like, where I'm staying at, they don't want me to be seeing people, and they don't want you to come here, and they make up excuses on why you can't go there. Because I just tell them, I go, I'll just give you the money in person. And they always back out of that. They never want you to do it in person. They always want you to send it to them electronically somehow, some way. And I just don't do it. I keep them on the phone for as long as I can. Talk to them daily. String them along. It's kind of funny in a way. It's entertainment. Sometimes I get bored after work, so that kind of seems kind of funny to me. But yeah, it's almost daily for me. Almost daily. And then another thing, you can go to their profile, look at their profile, and then go to their friends list. And these women, in their friends list, they only have men. It's mostly just men. There would be men for like days on there. No pictures of their friends and family hanging out together. It's just always them. And they always emphasize, like, the picture is basically saying, look at my big boobs, Personally, I really don't freaking care about big boobs anymore. I used to like that, but now I don't care. I'd rather have not. I'd rather not have a chick with big boobs, because those girls get too much attention. They get so many temptations by men approaching them all the time, that they usually end up being the cheaters. And nobody likes a cheater, right? So, yeah, look at their profile, look at their friends list, and if it's all men, ginormous red flag. If they've only got a couple pictures of themselves and nobody with friends and family, red flag. If they call you handsome without even seeing your picture, red flag. They will ask you for your picture if you don't have one on your profile, which I don't, because my profile is strictly for business. I just advertise with that. I don't add people to my friends list and all that. I've got one other associate that does, big trees. He's an arborist. He's got like 12 years of experience, and I hand him jobs. Like, if I can't do it myself, I'll just give the job to him. But anyhow, those are some tips for everybody. Don't let your loneliness make you become a victim, because you don't have to be. And if it's too good to be true, it most likely is. I mean, why would some random girl who's obviously a model somewhere contact you out of the blue, replying to a comment that you made on someone else's page, and then want to start messaging you? And then I can guarantee you that within that first week, if they're even patient enough to wait a week before they ask you for money, I guarantee you they're going to ask you for money within that first week. And just string them along. Everybody just pass this advice on. String them along, because the more time that you can waste of theirs, the less time that they have trying to scam someone else. Anyways, this is Sunny Days, and I'm out.